So Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. And it is time to give a update on the holiday snowstorm slash Arctic blast to possibly follow. But first off, a quick look at the National Weather Service watches and warnings, and any area that was in a winter storm watch yesterday has been upgraded to a winter storm warning, including the Willamette Valley. The Central Oregon coast has also been upgraded to a winter weather advisory, and so has the Washington lowlands. So in terms of the setup for this storm systems, so these type of systems are what's called a BC slider. So they'll start in lower British Columbia or over Vancouver Island, briefly go across the ocean before heading either back inland, as will be the case with this storm, or stay just offshore. Now this back in the Great Lakes creates the lake effect snowfall. However, it won't, because the Pacific is far bigger, it moderates it a little more, so it causes it to be a little warmer. That being said, this time, because the Arctic front is in British Columbia currently, it will bring the Arctic air further south this way. It is not the typical way we see the Arctic air. In terms of the timeline, starting about midday Christmas, I do think a lot of Christmas will be in that rain snow mix for the lowlands. If you're above 500 or 1,000 feet or so, you should start to see accumulating snow. Otherwise, I'm thinking rain snow mix until around 6 to 8 p.m., somewhere in that time period before transitioning to all snow, sticking a little bit Christmas night into Sunday, before briefly warming up above freezing on Sunday and then cooling back down into Monday morning. Now, some areas may not see snow from Sunday night into Monday morning, and if it does clear up, the temperatures will be lower than in other areas. Also, the precipitation on Sunday will be a little more showery in nature, so there are going to be some dry periods for most, if not all, areas. In terms of my expected widespread snow totals, so starting with the coast, I'm thinking anywhere from about 1 to 6 inches, and that really just depends on how close you are to the coast and your elevation. For the western valleys, if you're anywhere from about Salem north, I'm thinking around 2 to 5 inches, except in the higher hills, with isolated totals of up to 7 inches. There might also be a couple locations that are only seeing 1 to 2 inches, especially in areas that are generally affected by a rain shadow. Now, for the southern Willamette Valley, so Corvallis and Eugene, plus all the other hills in the Willamette Valley, including Chehalem Mountain and the West Hills, I'm thinking it'll be closer to 3 to 7 inches widespread, with isolated totals up to 10 inches possible. This also includes the Columbia River Gorge and the eastern Cascade foothills. However, not anywhere east of that. I think eastern Oregon and eastern Washington will be the biggest losers out of this event. The Cascades and Coast Range will get a good foot to 2 feet from this event up to 4 a.m. Monday morning. So in terms of my 7-day forecast, there has been a couple of changes with this. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are still relatively similar to before. However, I bumped Monday's temperatures down a little bit since the chance of snow has dropped a little bit. Tuesday, the chance of snow for Corvallis and Eugene has gone up. In Portland has gone up a little bit too, though not as much as Corvallis. And now computer models are showing that there might be a warm-up now starting Thursday into Friday. We'll see when we get closer to that, but I'm currently looking at a transitionary event on going into New Year's Eve. So for the Portland area, there's really not much difference in terms of temperatures or other factors, other than maybe a 1 or 2 degree thing, with the exception of the transitionary event would last longer in the Portland area and the typical areas that get freezing rain, namely Troutdale or anywhere in the eastern part of the metro area, are likely to get freezing rain. Also, as a note, I'm not thinking Wednesday is going to be as cold as I have predicted in the past, but still very cold for this time of year. So that is it for this video. I will not be making one tomorrow. I will be celebrating the Christmas holiday with my family, and I will come out with the video on Sunday or Monday depending on how everything shakes up. Otherwise, have a very Merry Christmas and take care.